Okay, so we have 3 over 4 plus 1 over 2. Whenever you're adding and subtracting fractions, do you know what the rule is with the denominator?
The denominator is the one on.
It's the one on the bottom. Yeah, that's right. That's the one on the bottom.
You have to multiply both denominators, or the denominator with the other one.
That's for multiplication. For adding and subtracting, so this is only adding and subtracting fractions, you have to make sure the denominators are the same. Okay? So that's why we were just doing the lowest common denominator. I want to make sure that you can find it.
All right.
So the best thing to do is to find the lowest common multiple of these two numbers. So we'll do them in red here, okay? So multiples of 4 are 4, 8, 12, 16, okay? Let's see multiples of 2. 2, 4, 6, 8. Did we get anywhere yet? So do we have any common ones?
4.
Yeah, 4. 4 is a common one. So right away, that's it. Once I have a common one, I'm going to use that, okay? So 4 is a common multiple of each. I got to figure out what I multiplied by to get them. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this up a little nicer, just so I know what to multiply the fractions by. So for instance, we're doing multiples of 4 and 2, right? And I'm going to say times. So I want you to try to set things up like this. 1 times 2 times 3 times 4 times 5. And we'll go up all the way to 9 if you want, right? But 4 times 1 is 4, times 2 is 8, times 3 is 12, 16, 20, okay? Same with 2. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So what's good about this now, is the way we set it up, we know that 4 is a common multiple. Okay, so our fraction where the denominator is 4, that's this one here, I have to multiply the fraction by whatever number I multiplied 4 by to get 4.
Yeah.
I multiplied 4 times 1.
So you'd have to put 1 on the top too?
Well, I don't have to put it on the top. I just have to multiply the top of the fraction and the bottom of the fraction by 1. Now, is that going to change anything when I multiply things by 1? No. So I'm still going to have the same number. So I'm going to put it below 4 over 3. Okay. But in our other instance, okay, this denominator was 2.
So I could multiply it by 2.
I multiplied it by 2. So I have to multiply the top and the bottom number by 2.
So it's going to be 2 over 4.
That's right. So now I have 4 over 3 plus 2 over 4.
So, okay, when you're doing this, so whichever...
Okay, so we have 3 over 4 plus 2 over 4. Okay? Now our answer when we're adding fractions is our denominator will still be the same. So it's going to be over 4. The next step what I have to do is I just add the two numbers on top. So 3 plus 2 is 5. And that's it.
No, you can reduce it if it's possible, but it's not.
Yeah, it's not possible to reduce this one. Now, this is called an improper fraction. Okay? Now, technically, we have to know, for this stuff.
So for this, you have to find out how many times 4 goes into 5.
Yeah.
And then you take the remainder and put it over the
Yeah, so what would this be as a mixed fraction? Do you know?
1
Yeah.
over 1 over 4.
1 and 1/4. That's right. Yeah, that's what it is, a mixed fraction. Very good.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try a subtraction question just to make sure you got this too. Okay, and we'll call this example 2. We have 3 over 4 minus 1 over 3. Okay, you want to try to talk me through this? What do I have to do at first?
Find the common denominator.
That's right, I gotta find a common denominator. So I'm going to list my multiples. I'll do it over here in red. So I'm going to be using 3 and 4. I know I have to multiply by 1, 2, 3, 4. I remember what I said? 4 times 3, that's going to be the highest one.
Yeah.
So I know I can actually stop at 4. I don't have to go any higher than that. So what's 4 times 1?
4.
Yep.
8.
Yep.
12.
Yep.
16.
Good. And what about 3?
3, 6, 9,
Yep.
12.
Okay. So what did we get?
12.
12. Yeah, it looks like 4 times 3 is our lowest common multiple. So, in the one fraction where we did the denominator was 4, we multiplied by 3. So I'm going to have to multiply, this is the denominator, that's 4. I have to multiply this entire fraction, so the top and the bottom by 3. So what's my new fraction going to be?
9
Yep.
over 12.
That's right, 9 over 12. Subtracted by. And with our other one, our denominator was 3, and we have to multiply by 4 to get 12. So that means I have to multiply again.
The fraction by 4.
Yeah, top and bottom by 4. So what's our new fraction going to be?
4 over 12.
That's right. So we get 4 over 12. Okay. Now, in our answer, what's our denominator going to be?
12.
12, that's right. Denominator is going to be the same. And how do I figure out the top? I just take...
Just take 4 away from 9.
That's right. So I go 9
5.
by 4. 5. Hey. You got it. Okay. So that's adding and subtracting fractions. I'm going to leave this up here. I'm going to give you a sheet. I want you to practice this stuff. Okay?
Right.
Okay. This is changing mixed fractions to improper fractions. So in order to add, subtract, multiply, divide, whatever we're doing, we have to have improper fractions. The answer might ask for us to put it in mixed, but we don't do that till the end. And if we start mixed, we actually have to change it to improper. So to change something to improper, what you do is the whole number is the number in front, right? So whole number in the first fraction is 1, whole number in the second one is 2. You take the whole number and you need to multiply it by the denominator. So in this instance, we take 1 times 3. Okay? What is 1 times 3? 3. Then I take that number, which is 3, and I add it to the top of the fraction. What's that going to give us?
5.
That's right. So the denominator still stays the same. Our numerator now becomes 5 over 3. Okay? Same idea here. We have 2 and 12. So I take 2 times 12. What's that going to be?
24.
Yeah, and then I add it to the top.
It's going to be 24 over 24.
Not 24. It's going to be 24 plus 1 is
25.
Yeah, 25 over
25 by 24.
Close. We keep the denominator.
12.
Yeah. Always keep the denominator the same. When we switch it between improper and mixed fraction, the denominator didn't change. You notice I still have a denominator of 3, and in this one I still have a denominator of 12.
So wait, when you do that, you do 12 times 24, but you don't...
I don't do 12. I do 2 times 12.
2 times 12.
And that gives me 24, right? So then I add that 24 to the top of the fraction.
So you don't change the denominator.
No, I don't change the denominator. I just do 1 plus 24, which is our 25, and I still keep it over 12. And then from there now, obviously, if I'm going to add, I need a common denominator. You know how to do that step, right? Yeah. So the important step is changing a mixed into an improper fraction, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're going to do multiplying fractions. Multiplying fractions is pretty easy, actually. All you have to do is you multiply the two top numbers, which are the numerators, by each other, and multiply the two bottom numbers by each other, which are the denominators. You don't have to change a common denominator, nothing like that at all, okay? So in this instance, 8 times 3 is what? 24. That's right, so our top number is 24. And 9 times 4?
36.
That's right. So I have 24 over 36. Can I reduce this fraction?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, so let's try to reduce it quickly. What goes
12.
12, yeah, into...
24. No, 18.
18, yeah. Can I reduce that?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
4 over 6.
You divide both by 3. Yeah. Can I reduce that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 over 3.
There you go. Okay. So 2 over 3 is our final answer. But what's important is the multiplying of them. Just do the top by the top and bottom by the bottom. So if it's a mixed fraction, let's say, okay, I have 2 and 3 over 2. Oh, sorry, that doesn't make sense. It's a mixed fraction. I have 2 and 2 over 3 times 4 and 4 over 5, let's say, okay?
So you make them improper.
Make them improper. So 2 times 3 is 6. 6 plus 2 is 8. So I have 8 over 3.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
I have 4 times 5 is 20. 20 plus 4 is
24.
Okay. So, now when I multiply, let's do the bottom first because that's going to be simplest. What is 3 times 5?
50.
Yeah. Now I have 8 times 24. So I'll have to quickly do that on the side. 24 times 8. Okay. That's going to give me 2. Carry the 3. 192. So, if they don't tell us to reduce, that's fine. Our fraction is 192 divided by 15. Does that make sense? Okay, second example would be division. Okay? Let's say we have 2 over 5 divided by 4 over 9. Okay? Now, division actually very, very similar to multiplication. What you're going to do is you're going to turn this into a multiplication question.
So flip.
Yeah, I'm going to flip these two, and this division sign is going to become a multiplication sign. Okay? So I'm going to rewrite the question. I now have 2 over 5 times, and I put the 9 on top, 4 on the bottom.
Only flip the right side.
Yeah, always do the second number.
Right.
Always flip whatever the second fraction is. So now let's flip. How do I multiply? Top by the top.
Yeah.
Okay, so what am I going to get?
18 over 20.
That's right, 18 over 20. So let's do one more. I'll get you to talk me through it.
So that's it. That'd be the answer.
That's the answer. You might ask you to reduce it,
I
right?
thought you were supposed to flip the answer too.
Nope. Answer, that's it. Multiplying and dividing fractions is actually a little easier than adding and subtracting them.
Yeah.
You don't have to do anything to denominators or anything. Let's say we have an improper. So we have 1 over 2 divided by 1 and 2 over 3, let's say, okay? I have to make them both improper. Or sorry, I have to make them both mixed. So 3 times 2 is
6
plus 1.
7.
So I get 7 over 2 divided by 1 times 3.
3 over 2.
Yeah.
6 over. No.
1 times 3 is
5
3.
over 3.
Yeah, 5 over 3. Okay. And now remember, we make all division questions multiplication questions. So I rewrite it. 7 over 2 times
3 over 5.
3 over 5. What am I going to get?
10 over 21.
Close. Said it backwards.
21 over 10.
Yeah, 21 over 10. Good. That's it. That's all there is to it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So I'll get you to do some of that.